welcome back. My name is Gina with Twinklefarts, and I posted a picture today of something that I really didn't think was going to be that big of a deal. I posted on the Silhouette Facebook group that I'm part of using full sheets of sticker paper without registration marks and how to do that to really optimize how much sticker you're getting for your sticker sheets, because sticker paper is not that cheap. So I'm gonna walk you through this. What I've done today is I made this entire sheet of emoji stickers to use in my planner. I use the Emoji One Creative Commons images, so I'll link those in the description. The method is pretty simple. It's using the PicScan mat, so if you have a PicScan mat, use it. If not, you definitely want to pick one up. This is what it looks like. It's just a sticky mat with a couple registration marks, and that's kind of the trick to using the entirety of your sticker paper. The registration marks on the PicScan mat will serve as registration marks for your document, so that way you can use the entirety of your sticker sheet. So you're gonna need a PicScan mat. As far as sticker paper goes, I'll talk about that later. This is a, I would say, moderate to advanced tutorial. You know, with a little bit of practice, it will come easier as you continue to make planner stickers. I do use Photoshop in this tutorial, however, you don't need Photoshop. You can use GIMP, and GIMP has a pretty robust interface for beginners, advanced, and everything in between. I used to use GIMP a lot. I just have Photoshop because of work. So don't get mad because I'm using Photoshop, please. You can use other tools, I promise. You just may have to kind of alter the instructions a little bit. The other thing I want to talk about in this tutorial, I use a PNG file type. PNG file types are images. They're raster images, so kind of like a JPEG or, you know, just an image that you would find on Google. The difference with PNG though, PNG will allow for a transparent background. The transparency of the PNG will make it super easy to cut out the different shapes if you have a lot of different shapes like I do here with the emoji. So with that being said, let's get into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you find it informative and helpful. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so for my image, I'm gonna use this emoji set that I found. So I just arranged those emojis onto a sheet of paper. This is a new document in Photoshop, but you could really use whatever you want. You could use Silhouette Studio, but I just prefer to work in Photoshop. So you'll see, if I zoom in, there's this checkered background. What the checkered background means is that this is a transparent background. The PNG image that I saved, that PNG will have no backgrounds, which will come in handy later when we have to trace the images so that we can cut out the stickers. So with that in mind, I'm just going to do Control P, and see, this is my print border on Photoshop. I'm good to go, and I'm going to hit print. Another thing that I wanted to mention is I got a lot of questions about what kind of sticker paper I use. Now, this is just something that I decided to try on a whim, so my paper may not be the best, but again, it's only for me, it's only for my personal use in my personal planner, so I'm not trying to sell these or anything. This is the one that I've been using for stickers lately. This is one that I just found in my stash, like, before I even decided to try doing stickers. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one. I do like these. They're easy to peel up though, I've noticed, and the backing on these is kind of like slitted almost. So it's hard to, like, if you want to make stickers and like combine 4 sheets for 4 different people and then cut them afterwards, it's kind of hard because there's like diagonal slits in it. So this whole backing isn't one sheet. It's kind of like cut like this, which I understand because for what it's actually supposed to be used for, it makes sense, but for sticker sheets, it's not quite helpful. So now what I'm doing, and some people picked up on this on Facebook, which awesome, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm gonna be using my PicScan mat to cut this sheet of stickers. So I've removed my plastic covering. This is now sticky, and this is my full sheet of emoji stickers. As you can see, there are no registration marks on this paper, but there are on the PicScan mat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully place this within the black box that's on the Picscan mat. And you'll notice that with the Picscan mat, if you don't have those black lines around it showing, you're gonna have a bad time. The software doesn't recognize the Picscan mat unless these black bars are showing. First time I used this mat, I was like trying to outsmart the system and had something covering it and it just didn't recognize it. I didn't know why. If you read the back of the Picscan mat instructions, it does say that you need to have that showing. So my borders are showing, my registration marks all over this is showing. My Picscan mat is ready to go. I'm gonna push back my Cameo, put this right here, and I'm going to snap a picture with my phone. The photo of the Picscan mat does not need to be taken with a professional camera by any means. I'm just going to take a picture at a slight angle. I've heard that this is also the trick to it. You have to take a picture at a slight angle. If you take it right over it, it's not going to register it, but if you take it like maybe at a little bit of an angle, it'll work. I'll insert my picture here so you can get an idea of what I used. I'm gonna go to this open Picscan image. So at this point you need to have saved the Picscan image to somewhere on your computer. I save mine on my desktop just because it's easy and I can delete it once I'm done because I only really need it once. So I'm gonna go to my desktop and double click on my Picscan image. It's gonna say that no calibration profile could be found, but that's not really a big deal. My Picscan image has been loaded. The image needs areas to cut though. So right now, if I were to click this whole like send to silhouette thing, there would be nothing to cut right now. So I'm gonna go back to Photoshop or GIMP or any other free image editor that has layers. And I'm gonna select this layer and then make a new one and fill it with a color. It doesn't matter what color, it just needs to be a solid color. So I'm gonna do black. Alright, so now that I have this black kind of cut guidelines, I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then save it as a PNG again. But this is going to be my emoji sheet outlines. And I'm going to change this to PNG. This is in Photoshop, but if you're using GIMP, it's basically going to follow the same. Come back into Silhouette Studio, find that file that you just made. Alright, this is my file. I'm going to just drag and drop it. And voila! It is going to black out the emojis, which is exactly what we want. We're just going to line that up with our stickers. And then I'm going to need to make a trace of these. So I'm going to select my trace area, select that all, and that just makes the trace super easy. So my high pass filter, I'm going to turn that all the way up. And you'll see that it has traced all of that. So I'm going to click trace. And now I have my cut lines for my emoji stickers. Quick rule of thumb when I'm cutting out stickers is I kind of want an offset just in case my cut lines are just a little bit off when it comes to Picscan, because that happens and it's not a big deal if you do the offset. So I'm going to set it to, yeah, I think that looks good. So my distance is going to be 0.05 inches. I want to do round edges, and that's just a personal preference. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to click apply. So now I have a set of emoji cutouts that are a little tighter, which I'm going to delete. And then my offset ones. Play with it a little. The Picscan isn't always completely 100% accurate, but I find that it gets pretty dang close. So I am ready to cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this cut window, and I basically just use the white sticker paper preset. I think it's set to 2 originally. I set it to 1 just because 2 cuts right through my sticker sheet and it makes a mess. But other than that, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to click send to silhouette and I will show you guys what it looks like when the registration marks actually work. I'm going to turn my silhouette on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to load in my Picscan mat. Now you want to do this in a well-lit area. The Picscan uses a little camera, a little thingy in here, to find the registration marks. If you're in a dark room, there's a good chance that that's why your Picscan mat isn't working. So get maybe like a table lamp or just a lamp that you can put near your silhouette to kind of illuminate the area and help it find the little registration marks. So I'm gonna line that up, click load cut mat, once I line that up. Alright, so that's loaded in. I'm gonna click send silhouette and hopefully we hear the right sounds. You'll know right away whether it's actually reading because it'll either read one corner and then start to go to the next one, or it'll read one quarter, kind of just like hesitate, and then it'll tell you on the screen. So let's cross our fingers. Yep. Normally you don't have to move your machine around, but since I have a cat that has apparently, there we go. Just moved. And it'll start going. So as you can see, the silhouette is done cutting, and I have an entire sheet of emoji stickers now that I can use. It did a really great job picking up the registration marks, and the offset really helps to hide any mistakes. There are a couple that are a little close or a little wonky, but I think it did a great job. So another trick, just a side trick, this is not anything to do with the PicScan mat really, but if you want to get a full sheet of paper off of your mat with less hassle, flip the mat over and then peel up. So this is the corner of my sheet, so I'm going to do this. And it helps. It doesn't solve the problem completely. It did a little bit of a better job than it normally would. I learned that because the first time that I tried doing print and cut stickers with this stuff, the diagonal cut marks that I mentioned before on the backing sheet just like ripped completely off, and that threw off my whole sticker printing vibe. But yeah, so now I have an entire sheet of emoji stickers, no wasted area, with registration marks. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or just, you know, message me and say, hey, Gina, I didn't understand this. I'd be more than happy to help you, as to the best of my abilities, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it informative and helpful.